because during my time at Alpha at Cloud, we always hired Accenture to help out with like the process overview flows and then building out like kind of approval processes for like corporate real estate. But who's your first client, and then what did you kind of do?
That's funny because my first role was like a process design.
Oh, that's so funny, dude.
Operations role. Like I lived in Visio. Like
Visio, that's so funny.
Like creating like 200-page process flows. And I'm not even sure anyone actually read. But
the client's like, good.
Yeah. Oh, it meets the requirement. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But the first client, I mean, I can share, is Morgan Stanley.
Wow.
And I say in New York for this one. I didn't travel for my first role, but they had two major offices, one downtown and then one in Midtown.
Yeah.
Just of like thousands of people. And for that, we are doing like process redesign and the Salesforce implementation for a wealth management product, which they later launched.
Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. And then the wealth management product, was that for high net worth individuals? What did they kind of give you details on, like, hey, this is the product we're building? What was that like?
Yeah, like in a lot of the materials they provided and that were circulating internally, they had personas of the people that would be using this platform. And that's the first time I came across the acronym Henry. High earners, not rich yet.
Yeah. Over that.
And they had different like customer like personas and profiles for what these people would do, like their jobs, like where they live, etc.
That's pretty cool. Can you kind of go over working at Accenture? How do they select which client you're going to actually work for? Because I'm assuming they kind of hire you on board. You're a general kind of consultant. And then as they find projects for you, how do they actually pick, hey, we want you for Morgan Stanley? Why do they pick you?
So every consulting firm I know of internally has a like portal and like a social network, for lack of a better term, to where you like, you fill out your skills, your experiences, past projects you've been on, and whoever staffing that project will try to find someone with relevant and appropriate past experience and skills.
Okay.
But it's always on you at the end of the day. No one's going to reach out and be responsible for you to get on project. You need to get on the project, because at the end of the year, you're evaluated by how often you are chargeable, which is called a utilization rate internally. And I think for like a consultant level at the time, it was 90%. So I had to be on a project 90% of the time to meet the criteria.
Wow. So what was that other 10% then? Was it kind of finding the project to meet that criteria?
Yeah, they give the 10% for a little leeway in getting staffed, as well as firm contributions.
Got it.
And that can be like working on research, like all these consulting firms, they use it as like a sales generation tool to publish like thoughts and like point of views. So you can contribute to that, or you can do something internally, like, organizing an event or something.
Got it. And then how long is a typical project at Accenture? And then kind of what do you see as like a success rate? Do you see a success rate as the client saying, hey, we want to re-up with you guys, or how does that work?
So the project varies. Typically on like strategy engagements, they can be anywhere from like a month to up to 6, but usually like a month to like 3.
Yeah.
But longer term, like, operations or technology implementations, those can be 6 months to even 2 years.
Wow.
And I think like once you reach like more senior levels, like the senior managers even, and obviously managing directors, the real like metric for success is the client signing you to do something else, like you alluded to.
Yeah.
But also them being happy at the end of the day.
Okay. That's so fascinating. Matt kind of touches something on that's really interesting.